In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to give you 5 ways to instantly improve your copywriting so that you can get your clients better results and make more cash for yourself. Now, this is going to be 5 years of advice of getting better at copy, reviewing people's copy, getting my copy reviewed by both clients, the market, and other coaches, just packed into 5 minutes so that you can instantly get better at writing copy. Because these are the main things that I'm seeing popping up when I'm reviewing copy for my clients, my copywriting clients. And just these are the things that were always popping up for me when I was also getting my work reviewed too. So let's dive straight in. The first is that you should have one main idea. If you've got multiple ideas throughout a piece of copy, it just dilutes that idea. And all of those ideas could have been a piece by themselves, because you don't want to take away from an idea. You want to be able to, really flesh it out. Maybe talk about a few angles in the same idea. Maybe talk about a few different ways about how that's relevant to the offer. But you should have one core idea, one piece of truth, one main thing that this piece of copy is about. Otherwise, like I said, you just get idea dilution, and that idea doesn't really pack the punch it should. The next is the bar test. Would you say that piece of copy to a friend at a bar? So when you're reading it out loud, which bonus tip, you should read every piece of copy out loud to see if it's okay. When you're reading it out loud, does it sound like a friend speaking to a friend? Would you say that to a friend at a bar? Or do you sound like a salesy, marketing robot? Because if you sound like a salesy marketing robot, you need to run it through the bar test and reword it in a conversational manner that sounds like two friends speaking to someone else. Because like I said, copy is a conversation. We want our copy to match the cadence of speech, and so it needs to be conversational and it needs to pass the bar test. The next is cut fluff, okay? If you can say the same thing in less words, cut the fluff. All right, we don't want any politician talk. Now, politician talk is doing a whole lot of speaking, but not really saying a lot. They're saying a lot of words, but it doesn't really mean anything. So any filler, any fluff, if you can say the same message in less words, cut those words. The next is, would you actually read it? Is it captivating? When you read that piece of copy, does it give you that, that buzz? Do you feel that energy? Do you feel the emotion that you're trying to convey? Or does it feel flat? Okay, because this is one of the easiest tests to see if your copy is good or not. It's just, would you actually read it? Is it captivating you? Is it holding your attention? All right, now the last one here that I want to cover is arguably one of the most important, and it's just focusing on outcomes over features and benefits. Because you don't buy a Rolex for the, the fast hand time movement, or I don't even know if that's what people buy watches for. You don't buy a Rolex for the quality of the strap. You don't buy a Rolex for the, the glass on the face. You buy it for the status. You buy it for the outcome of being the guy, demanding people's attention when you walk in the room, conveying that you've made money and that you're successful. So what's the outcome someone can expect from your, the program you're trying to sell, the product you're trying to sell? If you focus on selling on outcomes rather than features and benefits, you'll find you'll have to do a lot less convincing. The rest of this stuff's easier and more people will buy anyway, and it will instantly increase your conversion. So remember, one main idea, run it through the bar test. Would you read this? Cut any fluff and focus on outcomes over features and benefits. Hopefully you're taking something away from this video. If you need any help growing your copywriting business, feel free to book in a free call using the link in the description, and we can talk about fixing your main bottleneck and scaling you today. Anyway, hit like, hit subscribe, and take care, because I'll catch you in the next one.